We'd like to welcome you to Detroit Radio. Today we have a special guest in the building, According to Hip Hop. And they definitely have some marvelous things they want to share with you. Good information, something that's definitely needed. And it sounds like more than just a game, it sounds like an educational tool. We have Maurice Thompson and Mike D. Could you gentlemen tell me a little bit more about According to Hip Hop and what you have going on right now?
Go for it, Maurice.
Well, I would love to. So, According to Hip Hop has been our project in the making, and we're so excited about it. According to Hip Hop is the only hip hop trivia game that's dedicated strictly to lyrics. You got to get that, man. Every question and every answer is coming out of 40 plus years of hip hop history.
Wow.
Give them an example of how like the questions are formulated, because that's a big part of the game.
Okay, sounds great. So, Dietrich, you appear to have a vast hip hop knowledge. Like you probably be savvy and have some skills to you.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
All right. So, according to Slick Rick, who don't know the meaning of water nor soap?
Dope fiends.
Yeah. Is there a particular dope fiend in question?
Is Dave the dope fiend?
Dave
the dope fiend, you in dope who don't know the meaning of water or soap.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
so that's how it rolls. Like according to hip hop is according to the mouths and the words of all of these phenomenal MCs throughout the history of the culture. Yeah. And the questions are coming from their words and the answers are coming from those words.
Wow. So I think about apps like these is it voice recognition in this app?
Well, we actually started off in the mobile space, right? And that's where the company started with the trivia. And so in that mission of the mobile space, and we do have a mobile app that people can go out there and download, but we actually turned into a publication to a certain extent too, where we were able to keep people updated on the culture and what was going on in hip hop. And that's probably where a lot of people know According to Hip Hop from, because we got 850,000+ followers on Facebook and other social medias. Right. But the origin of what According to Hip Hop was based on that trivia game. So initially we did the app, and we felt like it would just be more fun and interactive if we did a physical game. So what we're releasing now is we have our actual cards. So you get decks here with these questions where you can actually play these games in a group setting where people can enjoy hip hop in groups, in game nights, and things of that nature. Because you can't really do that on a mobile platform. I mean, you can, but nothing really beats just having that physical thing with you.
Yeah, and that's unique. And what you say is age appropriate for anybody? What would you say? Would it work with any population or any demographic?
Yeah.
I would say this is we definitely angle it. I would say 18 up, but just like anything else in hip hop, there are going to be some shorties that get their hands on it. Exactly. We do a great job of covering a wide gambit of musician and artists. And we also keep if there are certain words to be expleted out, then, we take it upon ourselves to clean that up. We don't expect the artists to clean themselves up, but we can be very mindful in how we craft and construct the questions.
Okay.
And one of the original purposes of the platform According to Hip Hop was to close that generation gap. So you got questions ranging from stuff in the 80s to stuff that just came out last week. And so this is like actual piece where people can come together and kind of learn from each other's hip hop. And because we have streaming technology, if people aren't familiar with a certain EPMD song that's in question, they can just pull that thing up real quick. And, you're going to be playing, so what you're saying, and you didn't even know about this record. You know what I'm saying? Because people discover new things. I won't say new things. People discover a lot of hip hop from each other on our platform all the time. That's the beauty of the whole thing.
Yeah, that is. And you being able to bridge that gap, I think it's amazing because I was just recently listening to Juice WRLD's album, and the guy said the Juice World was the greatest freestyle ever. And I said, wow.
Wow. First of all,
Juice WRLD could spit though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I more or less consider him a pop star than a rapper because he's more poppy to me.
Yeah, and that's kind of part and parcel of what it means to be a successful hip hop artist in 2020.
Yeah.
Like in the 80s, there was very little pop success in the world of hip hop, and if you did cross over, you were almost looked at in a way that you couldn't come back.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like they looked at you like you was a sellout.
Rap
Exactly.
is not pop. If you call it that, then stop.
Yeah. It's been said. So
But that's different now.
it is. It's
Yeah.
It's different. It's definitely a different culture. So what makes your game different than any other game you may have seen similar, or some things you've seen people try in the past that, you know, you guys felt like you could get this thing together and actually get it out to a lot of people and they would enjoy it?
So two of my favorite aspects about the way that the game is constructed and how it's played really sets us apart from just about not just any hip hop game, but any trivia game, period. One of those is in how we challenge in the challenge. And what I mean by that is if you have more than two players, if I got cards in my hand and y'all got cards in your hand, the question isn't for everybody. The question is specifically for you. So there's the challenge of being actually called out in terms of what your hip hop skill is, and the fact that it's not multiple choice. There's no A, B, C, or D that you're going to end up memorizing to try to come back to that same question next time. Like you kind of gotta know it. You can get a hint on what song it is. You can get a hint on what the line before it, or what some kind of pertinent knowledge that could help you to gather the answer. But yeah, we're actually calling you out to know.
I mean, to piggyback off of that, it's like a cipher, right? It's like, you know, you calling out that MC, you're calling out that individual for that question. And it's in a way where you have to know because that person is challenging you straight up. And just the way that the questions are asked, like because you have to know the song to actually know the answer. It's almost done in a hip hop Jeopardy type way, in the way that people can even answer it.
So what's the minimum number of players or max number of players that can participate at one time?
Anywhere between we say 5. We say 2 to 5. And if a 6 one wants to squeeze in, they can fit in. Okay. So it definitely has a crowd element to it. And we even have it set up in a way where people that aren't being challenged in the questioning can still manage to earn points.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't matter what you know. You can know absolutely nothing and still walk out of this game earning some points. So that's pretty fresh.
Yeah, it is fresh. That sounds good. Everybody has a chance to win. So that's a great thing. So
and everybody's a part of hip hop, so.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What impact are you guys out to make on being available in the market?
So really, one of the big visions is that, one, we already talked about bridging the gap. So having young cats listening to old school, having older cats listen to new school, and really the impacts that I really see is that people will really be listening for lyrics without necessarily calling out people to, hey, you need to get more lyrics into your music. It's going to be the same mindset of when an artist back in the day said, all right, I'm making this song and I'm envisioning a video. Now people are going to be sitting down with their pads and their pens thinking, hey, I might have my own card with according to hip hop. So I need to make sure that my words are sharp enough to fit. So in terms of the artistry, it gives them a chance it calls people out to step up. Okay. And in terms of listenership, people are going to start listening to music, to new music, in part for the intent of being ready if a question comes from that song.
Okay. Now, And that sounds great. Now my thing is, how do you guys incorporate songs that become, that became hits later? How do you guys update what you're doing to make sure that you can put new hit songs in there?
Want to go for that, Mike?
No, I was gonna, I thought you might have talked about. That was the perfect time to actually talk about the booster packs.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we do have booster packs, and I know, Mo, go ahead and tell them about that because that's like the extra on it.
Okay. So
you
you got
give it all away. Okay.
so you got the good on top of that, because you have the initial OG pack. So 72 cards, 216 questions, just already ready for you to go. And then one of the things that we're really excited about are these booster packs, which give you the opportunity to customize your game.
Oh.
And those boosters will be demographically based. They'll be based time-wise. Well, so if you're a real old school cat, you can create a real old school experience.
Okay.
If you like the new, we're going to have new music of questions coming from new music available on a regular basis.
Okay. And will you'll just be able to go to the website to get that information, or your store?
Yeah, you'll be able to go to our store. You'll be able to download the original as well as the booster packs, and through our website and through our social media presence, you will know what's coming up next.
And with the format of what you guys have going on, it sounds very innovative. It's great, and it seems like this is something that's going to always keep you busy. You're not, with so much material coming out on a weekly basis. I think we talked to Spotify before. They said 50,000 releases every Friday. That was the number of songs that come out every Friday.
Yeah. So there's definitely room for us to keep going, keep going forward and keep going back.
Yes. Yeah. Always. Yes. Because there are a lot of records that don't get exposed as much as they were in the 80s and 90s and such. Yeah. And then, you look at the 90s, there was so much hip hop that exploded in the 90s and kind of shifted hip hop, kind of get its form. But now it's like it's overload now.
I mean, the lyrics out there, and there's a lot of, classics that we haven't even touched on, and, that we have so much room to touch on, like you said, and with new music too. I mean, it's, the amount of questions is endless, literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have both of you guys ever been to Detroit before?
Yeah, man. Love Rock City, man.
That's what's up.
All day. Because I'm from Cleveland, so that's definitely within earshot. Like
all day, yeah, all day, yeah.
My first time in Detroit was at Old Tiger Stadium.
Oh man, Old Tiger Stadium, man. I remember when, y'all had Cecil Fielder and stuff. But, yeah.
Cecil smashed a grand slam that day.
Yeah,
Game with
he's hitting it on the roof
and everything.
Yeah.
Cecil was a monster. He was a monster. Yeah,
man. But it's always so much. It's always so much love. I mean, down to the heart, love from the entire scene. I don't care if you're a gangster. I don't care if you're an artist. I don't care if you are a scholar. It's like Detroit just has this breath to it. It's like living in a city that's its own person. You know what
we were just talking about Detroit hip hop last week on the podcast. We were talking about, because Royce gave his top 5, and we were just talking about who, were the best MCs to ever come out of Detroit. I'm a big Dilla fan. I personally think Elzhi's the best lyricist I've ever heard out of Detroit, but that's my opinion. A lot of people didn't agree with that, but
Elzhi's dope though. You ain't even wrong.
Stupid nice.
Oh yeah, that boy, it's just ridiculous. I mean, when you talk about syllable for syllable, word for word impact, there's no such thing as a wasted word with him. That's the thing, Yeah, Elzhi's dope, but a lot of people don't know he don't write.
Really?
He write in his head.
Yeah,
he's one of those. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
He is really up here with it. I love it.
Yeah, man. I'm a fan, but he does things that I didn't think were possible with some words, and like you said, with syllables and phrasing and all that. And Royce, you got to give Royce credit on the quality music that he's been making. over the past, 20 years, but he's really been on the road for the past 5-6 years too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Royce is he's definitely solidified, in
Hmm.
hip hop. And Royce has always been talented, man. He's, you see when M first got on, he brought Royce with him. The one
Right.
song, the very bad Mies Evil, the first bad Mies Evil, it was
Mm-hmm.
by an artist. It was produced by a producer in Detroit called Doc Seuss. That was his name, Doc Seuss. And he gave up the rights to M because he had got locked up in New York and they got him out of jail. Yeah.
So that song, the one that was on the Slim Shady LP?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when I heard that, I was like, yo, who is this other guy? I mean, I liked, Eminem, but we had heard enough of Eminem at that point because it was at the end of the album. I was like, yo, this guy's just as nice. And then I heard Scary Movie, and I was like, yeah, this Royce 5'9" dude is, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's continued to get better.
Yeah. I mean, he's family too. Like one of the, some of the bigger producers we work with, and, we work with Slaughterhouse when we get a chance to, with King Crooked. And, Royce is he's family. So it's, we all know each other in the city and we've been knowing each other for a very long time. So.
Well, we're going to send y'all some decks of this According to Hip Hop game, man, and y'all could quiz each other and, see how y'all feel it live and in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We're going to come up there and holler at y'all when this COVID stuff,
Please do.
dies down a little bit.
But you in Atlanta, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'll be in Atlanta next week. My other artist, he's coming to town. We're coming there to work. Yeah, he's a comedian, but he is funny. But he actually has some talent on the mic. That's 52 Savage. That's one of our artists.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Well, let's hook up.
Yeah. So I'll be there. So, you got my number in the email, so we'll definitely talk and then we'll put some more things together. But you guys definitely know rap and hip hop, which it's important. And I think a lot of people need to learn it. And for you guys to be able to infuse that, that's a great thing. I think I was with some younger people last night. We were sitting down talking. They were all playing old music that I grew up to. But then I thought about it. If they have older parents, then they know the music.
Exactly. And so, you got a generation that can play this game with their parents now, and everybody is a part of the hip hop generation at this point.
Correct.
So, yeah, I mean, get the game, go to accordingtohiphop.com. The link for the game will be right there on the main page, or, you can go to our Facebook page at accordingtohiphop.com. I mean, not accordingtohiphop.com. According to Hip Hop on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll have the link and everything available there too. So,
you got anything you want to add, Maurice?
Yo, it's a pleasure being here with you. It's a pleasure to be able to present this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, get this, quiz your mama. I want your baby mama's auntie to know what time Biggie got paged in the morning. I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is an opportunity to discover. Because anytime you can tell somebody it's only going to go but so far, but when somebody discovers it on their own, they've got it forever. So this is an opportunity for everybody to come and rediscover hip hop according to hip.
And man, I'm so proud of you guys for sharing this information with us, because we're going to share it with all our listeners, and we're going to broadcast it all over the world. We want people to know about young Black men like yourself that are successful businessmen, being innovative and creative, and using your thoughts, but using them positively and constructively. I think this is, it's highly important, because we are always looked at in a negative plight. We're being viewed in very negative terms.
And we appreciate that. We appreciate the platform, man, and we appreciate the love. And shout out to Detroit. Can't wait to get back up there.
Yeah. Shout out to Cleveland and Atlanta too, because I'm always in Atlanta. So shout out, definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely. Come through, get some lemon pepper wings or something, you know what I mean?
Got a lot of family there, so yeah, definitely. I'll come, I was just there a couple years ago, but I need to come back soon though, before it snows though. I get too much snow.
Right.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, appreciate that look again, and shit, we might see you next week, huh?
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. Y'all be good, okay?
All right, you too,
All right,
man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Peace and blessings.
Yeah, peace and blessings.